Okay, this is the last video probably for a while to pretty much I get replays up or have more duels championship matches that actually are relevant. Next up, pretty much probably where my deck is. You probably saw it a few times maybe here and there. My next deck is Prince Sprights. Pretty much, they're not really toxic, very honestly. Pretty much you utilize 3 up 3 dogs, you got to Toad Agent, essentially get 3 cards, send to grave, reutilize them with the whole as possible. If you happen to right hand, I can how to extend yourself in when going to the main Spright Xyz. That's whatever. Essentially, if you just send back run toads and get swap frogs in, if you actually pull off, you get two maxis since you can return back to hand with some pieces of value. Huh. Apparently, it's actually now my variant since I forgot about some actually can add it back to hand. I need to look back at the deck. Hold on, I can do that later. Up here, it's essentially just a free draw on steroids to draw Spright Blue. Don't need to explain more. Special self, add 1 Spright, Jet, add Spright Spill. Spright Red's mostly just so you can actually negate stuff, cling Sprites. Run 3 ashes, 1 Nibiru if you go second. 1 Rikeki Duster, so we have some outs. Cosmic Cyclones, I already have 3, so I can see them all, especially so I can target specific spells. Or the Fountain of Mind, so I know how to deal with it. Godbites, whatever, pretty much my standards. Cut the traps, cross out Density for that first as well. Since I ran most damn trap is that Valor, Spright Stars, so we can start popping up. 3 Spright Smashers, so we can just sustain most of your Sprites if you don't have one at hand already to pop off. Being the case, you mostly just want to go. If you don't have any hand, if you have been started hand, if you don't get called by, it's the experiments to Spright Blue is mostly helps. Spright Smashers mostly so you banish 1 Spriggans, 1 Spright mostly so you can banish 1 level 2, same monster. Banish 1 level 2, rank 2, and banish 1 of theirs. Card. 3 for these, I could potentially on 3 though, but I felt like 2 is probably the name, especially I want to keep this deck more consistent in my normal decks. 3 perms since I want to see them a lot to negate when going second. Anti-spells so we can negate all spells. Fun fact though, every single spell except for Rikeki and Harvey Duster are pretty much quick plays, so we can activate their turn as well, if we set them at all. On Peter Wall, so we know how to deal with runic shenanigans whatsoever. Exo-Sisters are dead. Callby is dead. A lot of cards are dead. That's what makes it so good. Next up, Sky Cavalry. So in battles, monsters, it can't be destroyed. Oh, my PS also was I must have hit it by accident. Pro power button. Cord. Sky Shark mostly. So pretty much running some more packages. Being the Toad Agent. Correction, does mean a Shark Agent. Does mean Toad Agent. So if we can junk, the spread goes 64k to attack directly as such. Again, once per turn, you target 1 damage material from this card, target 1 monster opponent's graves, plus summon to opponent's field. If monster control is hard, you can target 1 fast monster opponent's control, special summon 1 monster of the same type or attribute. Free hand deck or grave, so we can get back our Sprites Mind. Next up, honest levels, mostly so we have removal, transferring opponent's monsters banished until the end phase. He's got destroyed by opponent's protect. You can't banish monsters up to that number of chills, shelved on deck so they had chills. Deck Sprites, since we can treat Link 2s as 2 materials, and the original attack, it has any kind of material. It pretty much doubles attack during May phase. You can activate effect, detach 1 material from monster control. If you do, special summon level 2 monster in deck. Also, new players can special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except level 2. Pretty much anything that's 2, pretty much. And there's also negate Nibiru downwards, so we can go into Zeus afterwards. Archers is just there for tag issues. So nothing can be targeted by card effects. Nightmare for removal, IP, so we go into Unicorn during their turn, potentially. Or into Underworld if we need to. Sprite Elf, so that you cannot destroy that battle. So we can actually discard points to card effects. Oh, during the main phase, you can target 1 level 2 monster grave, where your opponent controls a monster. You can target 1 rank 2 level 2 instead, special summon it, which is the main ways to get back our negation effects being read for pretty much monster effects while carrots for spells and traps. You pretty much run 2-2, but since these two can get them activated, you can only run 3 blues, 3 deaths for that one reason. Nightmare Phoenix, most Nightmare Unicorn, so we can target one monster, turn back the deck if there's one card if we need to. Underworld Celeste, Goddess that closed, mostly so we can get rid of all the materials and becomes unaffected points unless to target. Battle text, unless they target this card. Once per turn, when my activates the card, that's most of the monster's grave, you can negate it. Mostly so we can actually get rid of any card they need. Now let's get straight into decks of our matches though, but sadly I've only played it in Duelist Cup, so we can't go into it. So we can't go into deck profiles, cite some stuff, and unfortunately the first 4 matches that I had, I can't even see what deck they're running, besides maybe a journal idea at best. Now let's get straight into matches. Pretty much all being hand-wise, we got everything we needed. The only things that I had in draft essentially was Imperm, and I decided to activate it here, Branded in mind, and we already know it's darklord. Draw 2, they're hoping for Ash. They essentially get the free special out Tragedy in mind. Pass here. Next up, I decided to go Swap Rock here. Also, this is my first time utilizing the deck officially. I had it in Spright starter. Spend the carrot. I forgot that it needs to go this. It needs to happen immediately, so that happened. If here allows us to draw a card, I could have gone into anything else. Cat Shark. Spright starter. Go into blue. Blue gives us another jet so we can pop off next turn. Double the attack. I want to play around as much as I can. Main phase 2, go into Spright Elf. I noticed that my opponent had constantly had something to pull, but I didn't know what. At first, I figured it's probably Droplet, probably. Set it called by. Timer actually goes up. And I was thinking I was right, probably Droplet. There goes the card's grave. I said this thing popped out was annoying. All by this happened, I was like, I could go into a lot of things, but I decided to go into Underworld here. So essentially I had no resources to work off and decided to crawl off that. No resources. Underworld wins. Best investment in 2023. That I should have caught a long time ago. This match finish actually I can't have much cards to work with, so I decided to go into this since I can't only use a tribute. Decided to go into red, mostly so I got starter for starter. Go into linked. Go into Gigantic since I know now better. Detach material, get up here. Up here allows me to draw. Go into Spright Elf. Spright Elf into blue. Go into IP. Starter, so I have another card. Being another red, so I have all 3 in hand. Next time you go to auto, essentially, then switch into Iron Wall, and decided to crawl off that since I had no negates essentially to get rid of my back row whatsoever. They decided that we were so powerful that wasn't really worth it for the deck. And I already have some cards to draw on steroids. I only decided to add this one because how strange it was. They go terraforming here. Sky Trackers. Ghost Tracker. Says is it cool for some reason? This is cool. I only mentioned this one because of all it is. Monsters you can do, yeah, when spells for deck. And it discards special summon, but it's not using crit for some reason. But I'm actually thinking it secretly knew that we had called by, so we can call by to grave them. Their main monster. And then from there, evenly, so we can get rid of the other one as well. So I don't have to deal with them. Secretly, that's what I think. Honestly, if it wasn't how strange it is, then I might as well add it because how strange it was. It was certainly something else different entirely. Entirely my hand was pretty good, honestly. Spright Elf. I must have went up here since I can mostly get value of it. At least, and this allows me to get the next opponent must have max C. I decided Ash here. From here, pretty much. But I'm trying to debate how bad can a hand be if they can't max C off this. Personally, it's like, how bad was the hand? Make sure that's this video for now. I'm pretty much gonna work on his deck. Still have a couple matches off of this. I'm already halfway through duelist rank erased. I'm hoping at least get there so I can get I know how to write demote or whatever for the second stage. Peace. Next up, so I know how to write second stage. I'm not sure if it says twice, but peace.